Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our SP Talks Live. Today's theme is outside the four walls of school. Since the major thing that is occurring, I'm sorry if I'm looking down with it. So the major thing that is occurring right now is the ASU strike. We decided that how can we as an association reach out to students and what can we do for them that would make them more aware about the strike, or what can they do with their time, or what do we do after school, after graduation, what is next. So with me, I'm here. I have three wonderful speakers. First speaker I'll be bringing up is Ifeolu Adekoya. Is the current NSCH president, and I think I don't know, he will introduce himself later. And next up, I like to bring up Peace Bello. He's our programs director here in SPOAU, and he's also intern at Slum BG, and is very sorry. He intern at Slum BG, and he loves data science and tech innovations. And lastly, I'll bring up Felix Ayola. Oh, Felix, sorry, Felix.
Hello. Hi.
Oh, you don't turn on your camera, or
Yeah, there's a lot of
okay,
disturbances.
no problem. So Felix Ayala, I'm sure some of you know him. Is I think is very into the design space, and so thank you all for honoring our invite to talk about outside the four walls of school. So I don't know, maybe a quick intro and what you understand by outside the four walls of school. So we'll start with Ife, then Peace, then Felix. So
Well, hello, Olinda. Thank you for the introduction. I'm Ifeoluwa, and besides chem engine and normal chem engine stuff, I also moonlight as a writer. I'm mainly a web content writer, and also a I don't like using the word aspiring, but I'm also a front end developer. Yeah, so those are the main things I do. So chem engine, writing, and front end development. And outside the four walls of school is basically your experiences outside school, not necessarily when you've graduated or when you've left school, but everything outside the normal academic system or normal book and studying or sorting, or what's the word we use now, Seth? Jacking.
yeah. So Peace, can we hear your opinion?
Okay, thank you very much for inviting me. Very honored to be with you. Outside the four walls of school, basically, we are talking of living. I mean, school does not have four walls like literally, but broadening your mindset and looking beyond what the school has to offer. Because definitely the reason why we go to school is that normal routines after school, you want to get a job, work, but things are changing. uh, we've discovered that it's not the way it used to be. So I guess this topic is very, very timely. And looking at our situation as Nigerian students, we just have to think out of the box and look for ways to, stay ahead with our contemporaries outside there. Thank you.
All right, Felix, can you have an understand like what you understand by outside the four walls of school?
Okay. I think you've said most of it, right? But yeah, they've said most of it. But from my understanding, it would be that the metaphorical walls that we talk about would be all the activities that is involved in schooling, what we define as schooling. So anything outside that, maybe picking up a skill, living the life that is outside school and things like that, are what we would refer to as outside the four walls of school.
All right, thank you very much. So my first question, I'll throw this question to Erudite. So like I introduced you, are the president of NECH. So you're studying chemical engineering. So I think you're in your final year now. So how has the journey been? Like, okay, you're doing a very bogus course that everybody like, oh, chemical engineering. I'm sure when you go out and people ask what I study, you say chemical engineering, like, agba, that kind of feeling. So like, how has it been? Like, is it really easy? Do you love it, or just your own personal experience? How has it been?
Well, it has been crazy, like very crazy, um, but not in the sense that most people expect. I think the craziness of chem engine, or my personal craziness of chem engine, or my personal experience in the craziness of chem engine, comes from the fact that we're in OAU. I know how OAU is now. OAU is like very very intense and everything. From my first year, even though we're doing science courses and everything, things were like fast paced. We started doing very intense stuff. Second year, we're doing lots of courses. Third year, it was crazy. It has not been easy, but it has also not been difficult per se. It has just been uniquely Nigerian. Like if you understand what I mean, it has been a very very unique Nigerian experience for me. Um, I had times where I wanted to give up. I wanted to just give up the entire thing. Like, why am I even doing this chemistry stuff? Sef? Last, maybe I should just go and stay in my mother's house and beg her, like the prodigal son, I think. But still, we're here. We're in final year. I mean, I've not died, regardless of everything. So it has been a very unique experience, a very difficult, but not necessarily tough experience for me.
Thank you, Erudite. So my next question is to Peace. So Erudite just talked about how difficult that's kind of been, and I know, luckily, it's funny enough, we are all studying the same course. So I think students always complain about how difficult school is, academics, the especially for those in federal universities, the lectures back to back, the assignments, every other thing. But then with this, oh, I think Peace got disconnected. So sorry, Felix, I'll throw that question to you. So students always complain about how hectic school is, the classes, the assignments, every other thing. But with this hectic schedule, you can still see students out there that are doing other things aside from the normal schoolwork. Like someone that is in the same class with you, you will just say, oh, this guy is like for you now. I think a lot of people know you as a design guru, if I'm permitted to use that word. So how do you balance it, or is there any trick to it, or is it that it's just some specific individuals that are capable of doing those things?
Okay. Um, First off, well, school is hectic. It is. And when you see people that are doing things that are not school related, it's mostly because we've come to understand that school is just not reliable. While it is hectic, it doesn't guarantee that we're going to get food on our table. Actually, it doesn't, because the way the whole employment thing is now is just weird. And because of that, we are forced. We shouldn't actually be forced to look for alternative means like learning a skill and things like that. But because we know that school is most likely not going to pay off, we just have to like start looking for other means. And it's not that it is actually easy to do these things. Because when you combine going to a lot of classes, I mean, part two was mad. Like you just jump from one class and that, and you are very tired. Then you get back home. I think we've had maybe in part three we had 7 p.m. classes, 6 to 7 or 5 to 7. I think that would be G. So all these things, yeah, you should not be going home to go and learn a skill again. But you you understand the situation, so you're against it. So for me, right, I started with I do when I was in part one, just practice normally like during the day, because if you are going to learn a skill, I would advise you to pick something that you enjoy doing. That way, it will be worth it. Like when you are feeling the pain of, oh, like I've not slept, I have a class by 7 o'clock tomorrow or 8 o'clock tomorrow, you will still be able to tell yourself that, oh, okay, I'm actually enjoying this thing that I'm doing, and you know that it's going to pay off eventually, right? I would advise that. But for balancing, right? See, I'm not going to lie, it's not easy. Like there are some people that they are just very good at balancing stuff. They can do five things together, they will still manage to be attentive in all the things that they're doing. There is that. But for us that we don't have that skill, right? What we have to do is, plan these things, plan our time. How many times you want to spend on the skill? How many times you want? So for skill, I would recommend that during breaks, that's when you should go and learn them. Like spend your break watching tutorial videos, how to get better. If you're a designer, how to get better in design. If you're a front end, whatever, learn how to learn during those times. Now, when school resumes, what you do is you are working for people. And when you're working for people, find a way to structure the work in such a way that it will not affect your academics to a very high level. Now, the fact is, there are some people that already know that they just want to get the degree. So they can make some prices, like they can do some things because they know that they don't actually want the degree is just let me finish school so that my parents will not like disown me and that kind of stuff. So those kind of people, they can take more risks compared to people that they if you know that you still want to be an engineer, you still want to be a geologist, like you want to use this degree to work, then you have to find very good ways to manage your time. You would have to cut off like a lot of things that you would normally do as a normal person. But you understand that eventually, maybe when you're done with school and you're already working, all these things they will pay off. So yeah, that's
So thank you, Felix. You said a lot of very powerful things, and learning is skill. So I think, like, for personally for me though, because like as a student right now, with the whole ASU strike, I think I get tired of hearing, oh, I'll make use of the strike, learn a skill, do this, do that. But I know that okay, I came to school to study this course. I have certain plans I want to do. So I don't know. Like there's this, I think there's this thing that's trending now worldwide that going to school is like kind of a scam. Let me, if I'm permitted to use that word, though, it's a waste of time or something. So I don't know. I feel okay if we have people telling us that, especially for federal university now, we just will ask to strike thing, and I think we hear people say I've been in the same path for like 2 years. So please, I think I want to this question to you. Like, do you think that, or what do you think, okay, do you think like certain degrees are becoming, will I say, useless, or we necessarily don't need to go to school to make it, or you necessarily don't need to go to school to achieve some of those dreams? Or do you think like it's not a thing anymore lately? Okay, all we need is connection, just putting money, or I'll just learn one skill, become a tech bro. I think that's what is trending now. So do you think the usefulness of going to an institution is becoming less useful, or what's your opinion about that?
Okay, all right, thank you. Well, that's that's what we've come to see. Nigeria has made things look a little tough, right? And when it comes to you asking school is scam, I remember when I was in year three, I did a program like that. I was like, okay, school is not a scam, but well, I think it just depends on what you want in life, right? The truth is, you don't actually need school in itself to be successful. Like, if you want to make money, I don't think school is what will give you money, right? But school helps you to structure your life better, and it helps you to be a better person in terms of coordinating activities and working with time framework. You tend to be more disciplined and strategize your things better. But right, we know that school is not even all it takes to be successful and to make what you want. So that calls for you looking beyond school, and that's why the team outside four walls of school is very, very important. So yes, I would say the degree the degree is not a scam. Actually, you can't say it's a scam. But what I would say is that there needs to be more evolution in it, because what we are doing right now is basically what has been what people have been doing for years. I look at it, even like you see banks complaining of dropout of top talents because everybody is going, people are doing startups on their own now, and like the world is more is more like it's more digital now, right? And the truth is, even if you know what you are doing, you will know how to get your way through it. So I think you just have to know what you want to do, where you are going. You have to know who you are. There's this tendency of you trying to follow the crowd and doing this. But I'm telling you, if you know the scrutiny is not for you, I know our society will not agree with that. But you just have to know what you want. But I won't advise anyone to drop out. I won't, because I still believe school is very important and it's going to help you. So what me I'll just say is that just know how you want to go, where you are going to, what you need to add to yourself to get where you want to go to. I think that's all.
Sorry, I think I was muted. Yeah, please. Thank you. You said some very, very solid points. I think for me personally, I think what people need to understand is it's down to you. What do you as an individual want to do? And saying okay, it's down to you as an individual does not mean you live your life without purpose or dream, or say okay, eh, me school, or you say okay, learning this thing is too difficult, me learning this skill is too difficult, it's not for me. Does not mean like you saying okay, I know what I want to do in my life, does not mean you shouldn't push yourself to some extent, like oh, there's no harm in learning this thing, there's no harm in focusing on this thing and learning it. So I think like Felix also said that you know what you want to do and focus on it, and that's a very good thing. So yeah, school is not totally a scam. I can see some questions in the comments. I would bring up the questions later. But for now, I have another question. Erudite. So I think you said they are into copywriting and some other things. So some of these things that you are doing now, were you doing them during the academic session, like while school was still ongoing? And if you were doing some of these things while school was still ongoing, like how was it? Like were you able, did you have to suffer in one aspect, like oh, you have a deadline in certain thing to do, you couldn't meet up, you have to drop one? Like did you have, was there, were you in a situation whereby you have to pick one? Like was there like okay, your academic life had to suffer for your other life to prosper, or you have to suffer your other life for your academic life? Or is that how it is, or is there a balance? Or what advice can you give to people? Do you necessarily have to suffer one side for the other side to prosper?
Well, honestly, I'll say yes. You need to suffer, like something has to suffer when you're making certain decisions. I actually got into what I'm doing now, into writing, at the end of my third year. When we're doing CWS one, that's when I actually started writing because I interned at Center for Energy Research and Development, and I was attached to a researcher, and we're working on manuscripts and everything. And from there, I just realized, oh, I think I can write now. Let me actually start doing this writing thing, and from there, it took off. And I would say that one of the things that I suffered is not what you'd expect to suffer. My academic life has not suffered, but relationship wise, I have suffered. Um, I'm not in touch with my friends or most of my friends as I used to be pre 2020. Um, like I rarely go outside, and not because I can't go outside, not because I don't want to. I actually want to, but I realize that if I'm going to move forward academically, if I'm going to move forward in what I'm doing, I need to like sacrifice something. And in my case, it's my relationship. For other people, it might be the academics and everything. So I believe that something must suffer or something has to suffer if you are making decisions to do something outside school. But it doesn't necessarily have to be academics.
Right. Thank you. I think I actually agree with your point because if I well, there are some superhuman beings out there, but I doubt there's anyone that can have it all. Like your entire life is balanced, social life, academic life, financial life, everything. Well, there can be people out there, but it's really, really hard and tough. So I think it all boils down to understanding yourself more. So Felix, I think a lot of people know you as a very successful person in the design industry. So I just have one question. Like a lot of our parents will say, oh, like for me now, one advice that my dad initially told me is okay, oh, that I'm sending you to school to study. This school that you're in, do it, finish and focus, do what you're doing there. So did you have any like troubles from your parents, like oh, and this thing that you're doing, why are you learning it? is it not affecting your results, or like did you have any, like were they supportive of you venturing into something else aside your academic work, or you had issues? And if you had issues, like how did you go through it, or how was it basically?
Okay, so I'm a very peculiar person, and that is because I don't have the typical parent-child relationship that people are expected to have. Because I never lived with my family, so that reduces the number of um, things that they can ask of me because we don't have that kind of relationship. Albeit though, um, anyone that knows me, my family, whatever, knows right from time that someone that I like to design. I like to do stuff, and though it was play design back then, like for them and things like that. So when I decided to like take it serious, there's people that I cannot actually explain what you are doing to because they don't understand it. And there is the challenge that comes with that because I mean, once you have small money and you buy anything like this in this generation, you're a Yahoo boy. That's where everybody will start saying up and down. So yeah, I did have like challenges like that, like miscommunication, being seen in a way that like, I mean, some people thought I was doing Yahoo and whatever, and things like that. But I wouldn't say that my parents are like they were very supportive. More it was more like I just made it that well, there's nothing anybody can do about this thing. So you either accept it or you don't. That's how like I did it, and like it has been working so far. So yeah. Oyindamola, I think you're muted.
For you, I think it wasn't really difficult, but what kind of advice would you give to people? Like, how do you think you can convince our parents that some of these things that we venture into, these extra activities, are not necessarily meaning that, oh, we are wasting our time, and like that, it's not necessarily meaning we are wasting our time, or how would I put it? Okay, like for some people now, there's people that are very talented in music, people are very talented in sports, other things, and all they just need is support to build themselves further in this things. I'm not taking away like, oh, school is good, but personally, me as a person, I believe everybody has something that they're good at. So, how do you think we can reach out to our parents or like talk to them and be like, oh, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is, I'm good at it, and I need the support. Like, how do we convince our parents to support some of these activities that are not necessarily in the four walls of school?
Okay, is that for me?
Yes, 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 Felix. It's a follow-up
Oh, okay.
question.
Okay, awesome. So it's I think it's not simple. It's complicated, right? But one thing you must first understand as a person is that one, you don't need anybody's approval in order to take steps that you think are very important for your life. Well, you may need to inform them, but it is not their approval that you need, right? Um, Once you understand that you are in control of whatever it is that you choose to do and how you want to plan your life. Now, you need people to support you, like your parents, your friends, because you need a support system. Now, parents already know that school doesn't work the way it's supposed to work because they've sent a lot of people to school. They probably went to school and did not get good jobs when they were done. So they already understand that. It's not that they don't understand it. What you now have to do is make them see how this thing that you are choosing to do now will pay off better than what school is likely to pay. And because parents understand what they are, the reason why parents send you to school, the reason why they are hell bent on you reading your book is because they want a very glorious future for you. And if you can show them that this glorious future that they want, you can make it happen with this thing that you're learning, then they don't have any choice than to be behind you, because obviously the goal was for you to be successful. Now you found a way to be successful. Yes, it might not be the way that they think it will go, but this is your own way. You have to make them understand that this particular stuff that I picked up, this is what it can lead to. Show them examples, and ultimately, in fact, try to like. I think the first thing to try to do is like make sure your parents can understand maybe minutely what you do, so that they can and how you make money from it. Now, if they can do that, then they can fathom how it is possible for you to be able to make a lot of money from it in the future. And as such, they will not start calling you from, because once parents start like perceiving you as someone that is doing fraud and all those things, your trouble has been compounded now. But if you need the support of your parents, mostly just talk, just call them. You guys should sit down, explain to them, mom, dad, this is what I want to be doing this stuff. Yes, I have my academics. I have found a way to balance both of them. Explain to them. Let them like answer their questions before they even ask them. This is how the work is. This is how you make money from it. It is legit. It doesn't affect my academics. Make sure that they understand all those things. If their mind can be at rest from all these things, very soon they will probably be the one telling you to come and be training people yourself on how to do the stuff. So yeah, that's.
Oh, thank you very much, Felix. I love what you actually said. I think it all comes down to communication. As long as what you are doing is legal and there's success behind it, I see no reason why you can't sit them down and explain to them, no matter how academic focused or how, oh, I want you to be a lawyer by force by fire or something. There's a way you can communicate to them and put, like, show them, like, in fact, answer their questions before they ask you the questions, like Felix said. I think that's one of the best ways. So moving on. So in the current situation that we have now, we can say it's as a result of our bad governance, like the ASU strike and everything. So, Erudite, I would like to throw this question to you. Do you think the education system or the education system that we are in right now is solely as a result of our government, or who else do you think is to blame? Do you think we as individuals have a part to play, or something is wrong somewhere?
That is a very interesting question. Um, the educational system, particularly the tertiary educational system, universities and polytechnics and co, in Nigeria, I think the last time they were good, personally, I would say the last time they were good was probably the 80s. Since then, it has just been terrible. And while most people blame the government, I do blame the government, like for a large um, part of the decline. I also blame the teaching staff, the non-teaching staff, and I blame students too, because university community is unique in a way that is not a traditional school system. Universities were created basically as institutions where
Okay, I think Erudite has network issues. So I'll be bringing up some comments and questions from the audience. So how will I call it? So I think I'm coming. Let me check through the comments. Erudite to be back with us soon. So okay, okay. I think Imagical said that I agree with Felix. Learn a skill you enjoy and monetize it, and don't rely on school because of there's no work out there, especially in these countries. An eye opener. So okay, please. I think you entered at Slum BJ. So what do you have to say about that comment? Like, okay, there's no work out there, especially in this country. It's only a skill we can like. Do you necessarily think it's only our skills that we can monetize on, or what do you think?
Okay. Well, as I said earlier, is you should know what works for you, right? So there are jobs outside. There are jobs outside, and jobs are being created every day. Basically, it's about what you can offer, what you can offer, and for students, at least if you are going to go to any company, the first thing they will check is your CGPA before any experience. That's it. Or with new roles like data science and the likes, they will be more concerned about your skill sets. Right. So you have to go a step. You should know what you are where you are strong at. Right. If you are strong at a particular skill set, that's what you push to the front table to whosoever is hiring you. If you are good at your academics, you push it to the front. So you have to know where you are doing very well because that's what will determine where they hire you. So if you are very strong at your skills, you put it to the table, tell them this is what you've done, this is how you've been doing it. If you are very good at academics, tell them what you've done, put it on the table. So everybody is looking for the best, yeah, right? So if you are the best, nobody will drop you. That's sure. So once you can prove that this is what you've done, I can guarantee you always find a place. Thank you.
So yeah, I would like to add to what he said. I think the problem with why people think there are no jobs out there is it depends on what you are looking for. If me as a person, I know, okay, I want to work with this institution. So am I only improving my grades or improving myself personally? While you're in school, what are you doing with your time? You would see, in fact, okay, where I did my IT now was at Guinness. And to be honest with you, it's not easy for anybody to just get in through the front door into that company. Most times it's usually okay through referrals. But those referrals does not necessarily mean nepotism, like, oh, it's only someone I know. Most times it's always about how qualified you are. Like, I remember there was a woman that they brought in newly, one of the top management, and everybody kept on talking about her, like, oh, they know her, they see a lot of her posts on LinkedIn, what she has done. So I think one advice I would like to give to people is it's not just a matter of, oh, when you're in secondary school, what do you want to study? Okay, I want to be a doctor, I want to study medicine. You read well, you do everything, you pass, you enter. You are in school, you study, you read. And I think that's one thing people make a mistake of. It's not just a matter of you passing and getting good grades. Good grades are good. But what else are you doing with your time? While you're in school, who are you connecting with? Who are you talking to? Which association are you joining? For me now personally, I think SP has opened my eyes to a lot of things. And the last STSC, that was the student technical conference that we went to. I met some professionals there that I got to talk to them. You saw yourself out there to people. There are so many resources out there. If truly you know that, okay, this degree that I'm studying, I want to make use of it. You have a plan, draft out a plan for yourself. What do you want to do? Oh, in the next few years, I want to be a process engineer, I want to be this, I want to be that. While you're in school, are you just only focusing on your grades, or are you building yourself? Because there are also some soft skills and technical skills that you need to learn along. And there are some things you see some people CV that, oh, they've done this, they've done that, but and you're like, you had the same 5 years in school. How did you achieve this? Is you knowing that you need to go the extra mile. You need to put yourself out there, volunteer, join organizations. I think I'll keep on stressing this thing. Join organizations. You can't meet people outside the four walls of school if you don't join this kind of organizations. Because there you get to meet people with mindset like you, like, oh, I know peace now. Peace is interested in data analysis. I know erudite is this. I know erudite is interested in maybe biotech. Oh, we both like this thing. It's true when you join, honestly. And I think the summary of it I'm just saying is volunteer in associations, join like-minded associations, things that you want to, where you want to get. If you know, oh, I want to work with this particular company, you look at that company. What do they do? What did they do in the society? How can I join? Who do I know from this company? You put yourself out there. Don't just say, oh, I graduated with this degree, but you have nothing to show for it. People want to see your competence. So next question here is, sorry. I'm coming. Can you? I don't know why the comment is not showing. Okay, the next question here is that is there any way schooling has helped your tech skills? So, erudite, I think I'll throw that question to you. Is there any way like being in school has helped some of your helped you to improve some of your additional skills apart from the academic work?
Yes, actually. I don't want to say it though because I have personal beef against OAU and Chem Engine, but to be honest, being in this school, being in OAU, studying Chem Engine has helped me pick up skills that I didn't realize I had until I got into what I'm doing right now. One of them is management, and not just traditional management as per time management and everything. If you're in chem engineering, you know how crazy things can get. You can go from having two classes in a day or just one class a day to having like seven classes between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. And those skills, the sufferings that I experienced, I've been able to transfer those skills and those experiences into what I'm doing right now. I've learned how to block out my time. Like I've learned time management. I've learned how to do things with very little time. I've learned how to plan. I learned maybe most of the skills I am applying to tech and to content writing right now are skills that are not necessarily they were not necessarily taught to me in school, but skills that I had to learn or I had to develop to survive school. So I'll say yes. I've been able to transfer my skills from or transfer certain experiences from normal school or my academics to what I'm doing right now. So that's helped me. And also, of course,
Um,
the communities in school, like being in school, being in uni, there's a community. I'm in a writing community, I'm in a tech community. I mean, even normal, look at SPE now. I'm in an SPE community, and you meet people, like you mentioned before, you meet people that are interested in what you are doing, people that are doing similar things to what you are doing, people that are doing things that might not be similar, but they might intersect in some way. And yeah, so schooling has helped me, to be honest.
so sorry, I got disconnected for a while. I don't know, my network is bad. So thank you very much, Erudite, for answering this question. There are ways school can help you improve your skills. It all boils down to you planning yourself and what you want to do. So there's a comment here that says one can still learn coordination and management outside the four walls of school. So please, do you have any comments towards this, or do you have anything to add, or do you totally agree with it?
Yes, it's possible. Yeah, you can learn it, but you working with deadlines makes you more well structured, right? So yes, you can learn it, coordination management outside school, but there is just this structure school gives that might not be replicated anywhere else, right? So you can still learn coordination management outside. That's not a lie, but the school environment is just different. And if well maximized, it makes you a better person, right? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I think I agree with that. A lot of people forget that some things that they see or some things that they know, they only had access to it because they were in four walls of school. Although, yeah, I can totally agree that our educational system is not perfect, but then just like Montreal said, school is no scam. Instead, it provides us with a community of intellect, and that's one thing people forget, and that's very, very true. There's another question here. I think I'll just throw it to both of you. If you are to turn back the hand of clock to choose your course of study, which course will you choose, or would you want to go to school? So, peace first.
Okay. I'll say maybe elect or computer science, maybe, because I ran away from elect because of physics and discovered that I'm still doing physics in chemical. So basically, I might have just done elect or maybe computer, right? Yeah, but I'm still happy with chemical anyway.
Erudite, what of you? Erudite, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. I would probably choose chemical engineering again. Um, yeah, I'll probably choose chem engine again. or probably computer engineering, or something in business or finance. Yeah. Well, my first choice would probably still be chem engine.
That's nice to hear. For me also, I think I still love and I still have a dream to achieve with chemical engineering. So I think I would still pick chemical engineering. But it differs for people, honestly. And I think one mistake I wish parents to stop making for their children is forcing their children to learn certain courses. I think it's better to. I wish our educational system was a system whereby right from small, like from JS1 or even primary school, you let students know what's out there and let them discover what they want by themselves or what they can do. Because I feel the earlier you discover these things, the better it is for you. So I'm still checking for more questions. Okay. Um, the person asks that there's a popular belief that you have to choose between business and academic career. So I think I asked Erudite this question earlier. So please, do you think it's true that you have to pick between having a business and academic career?
Well, I think the best thing is for you to take them together, or better still, because whatever you are doing in life, still the business side is what will count. Because you are going to an organization, what they want is profits. No matter the innovation you are bringing, no matter what you are doing, they still want to see you are making money. So no matter what you're doing with your academics, you must ensure that you are developing yourself on the business side. So I won't tell you to drop your academics, as I've said earlier. You just have to find a way to pick it up because it helps you. Academics helps you to to think, innovate. You tend to think more in the academic circle, and business helps you to guide your decisions to pick the best, right? So it's very good. It's very good you take all of them together. So I won't advise you to pick between them. Just take them together.
Oh, all right. So I think I want to add something because I love this kind of questions actually. And anybody that knows me would know that I think someone once said it's not that okay for me personally. I think I always say this thing is down to you. Me as an individual, one of my dreams in life is to work in a engineering research center and discover some cures for certain things. That's my dream as an individual. And to achieve this kind of dream, I know I still need to go deep down into the academic world. That's for me. You have people out there that their dream and goal is to build mansions and to build okay at this certain age. I'm not saying it's that's that person's goal. Or you have people out there that their dream is to be a motivation to a lot of people out there, like oh, they want their names to be called to events like we welcome Honorable Peace, Honorable Erudet. We have people out there that their dream is to become the president of the country. We have people out there that their dream is to be a very to be popular social media influencer or different things. So everybody has different dreams. So I feel it's up to you to choose what you want. So in business and academic career, for me, I feel they are totally two separate things actually. So when it comes to business, what's your what do you want to achieve with that business? Is it that you just want to make money? You just want to make money. So is it making money from your own invention? Because even if I as a person, okay, I enter into biotech world one day and I build an invention, no investor will invest in my research if it's not profitable to them. So in the academic world, there's still business concern. Like all people, the only way for you to, even if I have a cure for a certain if I have a cure for a certain disease, if like have the cure for a certain disease, if it's not going to be profitable to anybody, nobody's going to invest in your research center. That's it. One thing as we as engineers we are being taught is sustainability, and part of sustainability is how can this invention help the world and how profitable is it. So business and academic actually they go a lot together. You cannot just say, I want to learn this, I want to learn this, I want to change the world. You want to change the world, but is it profitable? Is your invention profitable? Who is going to invest if it's not profitable? So when you are saying you are choosing between business and academic career, if you want to focus on your business, you also need to have some academic knowledge so that nobody will just dupe you of your money or something. So that you will not waste your energy hiring different professionals to hiring different professionals to do different things. And if you are going for the academic career, oh, I want to be a doctor. You want to be a doctor, you want to build an hospital, you need money. Even if you have an opportunity of going to any industry, the top managers now that you see, they are all they might be engineers, they might have been doctors, but they still have to have a business mindset for that company to run successfully. Everything we are using, you still have to have a business mindset. So the two are very important. But yes, you can choose to focus more on the one that you are greater at. And I think that's one thing that's been emphasized today. Know yourself and know what you're strong at. So I'm still checking, I'm seeing all the comments. I'm trying to pick something else for. Oh, okay. Ife said something. He said, personally, I think outside the four walls of school is a certain concept that can be changed. School in itself should be accommodating, and I think the system should be reviewed to grow everyone. Yes, that's a very wonderful comment. That I think with time we are showing that with our generation we're showing that things are different. Like going to school, or like it's not just a matter of me graduating with first class. And I said the four walls of school should be accommodating, and it shouldn't break down the spirit of anyone who dares to try something else. Education is never a problem. Education equals school. I love that. That's very wonderful. So yes, I think this is also very well. I think if our school system should improve and they accommodate other skills and everything, and honestly, to be better for we students. I think they need to stop this idea of it's all about passing. I feel school is not just about passing. It should also be a place where you discover yourself and how you can contribute to the society. So okay, education should be the enlightenment of what's being taught. Yes. Oh, okay. This question: has anyone noticed that those who go about with school is scam don't drop out of school? Yeah. So, okay. I think I want to ask. I want to just throw this question to both of you. So, people feel school is scam, right? Or some people out there in social media saying scam, school is scam. What do you think stops people from dropping out of the school that they feel is a scam? So please, we can start with you. Like, what do you think is limiting people from dropping out of school?
Okay. Firstly, for example, now we were in year five. You can't expect someone like us to drop out of school. Probably some people have considered number of years they've invested into their education. It does not really make any sense to drop out. And also, you might, for example, if they are vying for the post of a president, they will still go and check one day, okay, did you complete your education? So there'll still be there'll be something somewhere that will require you using your degree, right? So some people will just say, okay, let's just do it and have the certificates. We can never tell. We might still have to use it. So at every point in time, you still discover that you will still need your certificate for one thing or the other. It might not necessarily be for a job or something, but you still need it to gain access to some doors, right? So I guess that's the reason.
So okay, every wait before you ask the question. I think Pete said something about he said the years, number of years that we studied. But okay, if me as a person now, I'm studying chemical engineering, but I have a business idea or a skill that I know that I can start up a company, would it be advisable for me to stop, like drop out of school and focus on what I'm doing? Or what kind of like if I'm your friend now and I come to meet you and I ask you, oh, erudite, see you, I have this business idea, it will make a lot of money, but this school thing, I cannot focus on my project work, I cannot be attending lectures, it's going to disturb me. What kind of advice would you give me as a person? Like this, a just we just want to hear each other's opinion. So, what kind of advice would you give me, erudite?
The strange thing is that a few people have actually come to me and asked for advice about dropping out. I've had people that come to me that, oh, I have this job I'm doing now. I think I should drop out. I feel like dropping out, or I have an idea or something, and they always say, I don't want to drop out. My advice every single time is always no. Like before I even hear the rest of the explanation, I always think, first of all, calm down. Felix said something at the beginning of the session. He said, um, like being in school does not guarantee success, or it does not guarantee like making it. It does not guarantee that you have a food on your table. And to be honest, nothing does. Just because you have an idea that is revolutionary does not necessarily mean it will set you for life. Because every day we hear companies in Silicon Valley that were valued for millions of dollars, billions of dollars holding up. We hear one business that has been there for like 30 years just ran down and everything. And to be honest, it's not just in today's landscape, in today's academic and professional landscape, not just in Nigeria, like generally, it helps for you to edge your bets, for you to have lots of things going for you. It's like the Bible said, it said, cast your bread upon the waters. You don't know what to come back. And I feel like right now, at this point in our lives, especially at this point, 2022, you should cast your bread upon the waters. Don't say because you have something that is going well for you, you should drop another thing that would contribute to your success. Because let's be honest, for all its failings, school is still an asset. If you graduate with a degree, even if it's a third class degree, the education, the knowledge you get from it, and the degree itself, they're assets to you. They can help you build a professional career. And it's amazing too if you have certain skills that you can also monetize or you can use to build another professional career. It's amazing. But I will always advise people don't drop one thing for the other. It might be hard, it might be difficult at first, but you should find a way to combine both of them. And the good thing about the world we're living in right now is that things overlap. Like look at what I'm doing now, writing. Writing overlaps with chem engine obviously. Tech overlaps with chem engine. Like I remember Felix. Felix is on this corner. We had the course CH515 and we're supposed to design slides and make slides and everything. I remember that Felix in his group he designed the slides. So that was the way he contributed to the course because it was presentation we're doing. Now that was the way he contributed to the course by designing. I've had people that maybe because of their front end engineering knowledge or their back end engineering knowledge, they're able to develop things that help them maybe doing IT or even to go out there and be successful and stuff. So I'll say don't drop out. Find a way to combine things and join communities. Communities will help you learn how to combine things and be friends with your classmates. Like that's the way you can make it, to be honest, in academics. Be friends with your classmates. You might not always be available for classes or for school things, but they can help you be up to date. They can help you keep you on track and everything. Don't drop out.
Okay. So I think someone said there's leave of absence. It can be considered as of the yes. I think a lot of people are not aware of that. And the first time I found out about that, it was when I was in my 300 level. There was something our what do you call them? Is it class advisor or something? I've forgotten. So
Part
like he
advisor.
told us, so part advisor, he told us that you can take a break, like it's actually allowed in the school institution, but you need to, I think, write to your department or whatever. They will grant you a break. So the only thing is you not just be graduating with the people you entered, but if you know what you're doing, like okay, this business idea you want to go into, you believe that there will be success in it, and it's not like you just want to waste your time, like you just want to take leave of absence just because you're tired of school, or because you just want to rest, or you want the easy way out. If you know what you're doing, I feel not graduating with people you entered with is not something that will affect you, because you are going to do something that is going to build yourself. And also, like everybody said, it's a lot of these skills can help you. They interchange with each other. Because you are learning. I remember the slides Felix did, like till now, that was still the best presentation slides I saw from the other groups. It was very, because he put in his skills, and the skills helped him to get good grades in that course. It's him not dropping his academics. He just used his design, this thing, the skill that he learned. And there are so many other skills that you can do aside the four walls of school that still helps you in your academic journey. And also joining communities. I can't stress that enough. Like communities are very needed. You can't do it on your own. I would use myself as an example. Honestly, when I came in 100 level, like I didn't really interact with others. I was so focused on doing well in my academics and everything, and everything. But when I noticed that when I started like being active in communities like SP, AICHE, NACHE, some other associations out there, which I don't think, like some voluntary organizations, I found myself growing. I think someone once asked me this question on LinkedIn, like personal messages, saw everything I did. I was like, how do you do all these things? Like, what is the motivation? And I was just like, I don't know. it has just become a way of life. And why? It's because, oh, I interact with this person, I meet this person, I talk to this person, I see what you're doing. I'm like, erudite, this copywriting that you're learning, what is it, sef? How can you do it? When I learn from erudite, it helps me, and I was able to because I spoke to him. So communities are very important. You need to interact with people and a lot of other things. So we are in this, so this strike period is very, it's something that is not good for everybody. Like, we all want to go back to school and be done with our degrees, but we also don't want to waste our time. So I just know, is there anything that you guys have been doing during this period, or is there anything that you think people can do to, I won't say while they wait time, but to add more to themselves during this period? So erudite, for you, is there anything you're doing, and is there anything you can advise people to do during this period?
Well, personally, I have been getting lots of sleep. I've been sleeping and eating well. But besides that, I've also been putting a lot of work into what I'm doing. Normally, if school was on, I'll only be able to put about 3 hours of work every day, at least 5 days a week. But now with school and us doing their entire thing, I can put up to 8 hours, sometimes 12 hours of work every day. And also, I've been taking classes like tech classes and also a few classes that are relevant to chemical engineering and also relevant to writing. So I think that during this ASU period, first of all, you need to calm down, like relax. It's not a competition. I think that before you even make any decision to do anything, you need to relax and decide exactly what you want to do. Like take the COVID break. Most people took advantage of the COVID break rather, and took courses and everything. But for me, I took courses, I'm not going to lie. But for me, it was also a period for me to decide exactly what I wanted to do. The first 3 months, I took like one course. And then I just calmed down. What do I want to even do in my life? What are the things I would like to do in my life? So I think breaks can be times for you to just take a segue and relax, like take a break, relax. Like, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to see from this year? Is chem engine still the thing for me? Okay, this tech skill I'm learning, do I really want to learn it? Is it the money that is driving me? Okay, if it's money that is driving me, how can I make the money keep driving me so that I become very successful? So take a break, relax, decide and strategize as to what you want to do, and then do what you want to do. Create a roadmap, follow through, keep going.
Okay, thank you very much, erudite. Yeah, I think that's one thing. I get a lot of, I think during, especially, I think I realized this during the COVID break. Someone messaged me, I was like, Winda, I've not seen you complain that the COVID break is the COVID break is mentally drained, because I think we're all at home for a long period of time. And people were like, hey, what are you doing with your time? And I was like, it wasn't easy for me also, because me personally, I was just taking courses here and there. I was like, okay, let me keep myself busy. I was actually reading for school. But at some time I was like, this thing is a blessing. I took a break. Like, I sat down with myself. When that, what do you want to do with your time? What do you want to do in future? Yeah, in your I think then I was looking for IT placement, and I was like, what can I use this time to build myself? And honestly, it's not a crime if for 1 week you're not learning anything. It's not a crime. I think that's one problem we have. Like, everybody's pressured that, oh, you must learn a tech skill, you must learn this. Don't get me wrong, these things are good. But personally, for yourself, why are you learning that skill? Is it because people say go and learn UI UX, go and learn graphics design, go and learn content writing, go and learn or start a business? Are you doing it because people are saying it, or you are doing it because you have a plan? Because honestly, if you don't create a plan, you would end up not um you end up not doing anything. Because if you're just doing, oh, even me as a person now, they say, someone says, oh, just imagine you are sick. Someone says, oh, go and buy this drug, you go and buy it. Someone says, go and buy that, you go and buy it. But you don't ask them, why am I buying it? What type of drug is this? Are you a qualified professional? Or you are not asking questions of yourself, or you yourself are not figuring yourself out. Trust me, everything you are doing, no matter the skill or the courses you are learning, it can be put into use. And that's one thing. I think that's one thing I'll keep on saying, that people need to discover themselves. You need to use this period to sit down and think, what do you want to do for the future? Or even the current course you are studying. Why are you studying the course? Are you studying it because they said this course is good? Are you studying because, oh, I want to make money? Are you studying because your parents forced you? Are you studying because you just love it? So you need to take time before you start learning any course or anything. Because honestly, I can tell you those courses are choking. I just completed one course now. They asked me if I want to do the next part, and I just said, I'm like, no, I need a break. But you need to understand yourself and know why you're doing certain things. So I think we spent a lot of time, like longer than I planned. So I won't want to keep you guys long. So just any is there anything you guys want to say? Please, do you have anything to add to tell our audience? Any question you expect someone to ask but nobody asked? Just any last word of advice relating to our topic or anything in general.
Okay, thank you very much. I just want to encourage us, right? With we're in a situation where no one likes, and it might be so tough. But just try and maximize your time. Your time is your resource, right? No one can take it from you. So just make sure that whatever time you have, you're using it very well, very well. So and obviously it's your life. You should start planning and looking for a way to forge ahead. So ASU Strike has done a lot, but I just think we just have to think out of the box, look at the better picture, and look for a way to evolve around it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Oina, can I speak? Okay, let me just go on then. I would say that the you should just take advantage of wherever you are. School might be terrible in so many ways, from the fact that syllabus is quite behind, and working might be stressful, or learning a skill might be stressful and everything. But I think that whatever decision you make, whatever things you decide to do, you should take advantage of it to the fullest. If you are in school, take advantage of school, take advantage of the community, structure your things around yourself, not around your friends or around what people think you should do. If you are doing a 5 year course and you know that yes, these 5 years, I don't want to do 5 years, I would like to do 7 years because I'm learning certain things on the side, do it. If you think that okay, I'm learning product design, but I don't really like product design, drop it. Pick up other skills. The great thing about um, the tech world and the great thing about being young and being in Nigeria and being where we are right now in human history is that you can do anything you want. Like to be honest, you can decide to combine business with chemical engineering. You can decide to combine data analysis with international relations or anything. You can do anything you want, but you just have to decide. You have to plan, decide, and push forward. So my advice is just whatever you are doing, take advantage of wherever you are. Whatever you are doing, do it well and push forward. And of course, have amazing communities around you. Join communities that are similar to things you want to do. If you're in Chem Engine, join SP, join other relevant like AICHA and stuff. Be active there. Even if you're not active as far, you are a presenter or you are doing anything, be active. Attend conventions, attend conferences and stuff. Be active there. And trust me, to the moon.
Okay, so what me I'll just add for everybody. They have said it all. Um, do what you want to do. Honestly, in this life, like you can't keep on stressing yourself. There's no guarantee in anything you do. If you like drop out of school, you start a business. There's no guarantee that your business is going to be successful in future. If you like stay in school at first class, there's no guarantee that your first class is taking you anywhere. There's no guarantee in life, honestly. But if you understand what you are doing and you know why you are doing that thing and you have a plan, I feel it makes life easier. Different things can come up in life, but if I as an individual I know, okay, this business, this is why I'm doing this business, this is how I want to do this business. Okay, if this business doesn't work, I will have a backup. So my own advice to everyone out there and how you can make use of your time now: plan yourself. It's well, some people find it hard to do, but really you need to plan yourself. You need to know, what do I want to achieve and why do I want to achieve this thing. Then, in as much as you plan yourself, another thing you need to realize is that life is not a bed of roses. Anything can happen any day. I think, okay, for me now, before COVID, I planned myself. In fact, if I show you my list of organizations I wanted to work in for IT, I'd even applied to some. Like I'd read the application process. What happened? COVID came. A lot of companies were not taking any interns, and I was like, I was so I was down, but then what did I do? I move on to my plan B. I looked for something else. I built up my skills, started connecting with some other people, and forget about the initial plans I have. So I feel always have plans. Plan A, plan B, plan C, in fact to plan Z. There's no harm. You might not even want to do it at the end of you might not want to do the other thing at the end of the day, but just put it there. You might go to plan C while waiting for plan A. So plan yourself, have backup plans, then the most important thing, enjoy yourself. And by enjoy yourself, I don't mean enjoy yourself too much. Just enjoy yourself, relax. Don't take life too serious. Do what you love doing and really be relax, and don't put pressure on yourself. That's another thing. Yes, society is like there's a lot of pressure out there, like, oh, and because peace is a successful CEO at 23, what am I doing in my life? Ogbeni, you're not peace. Peace is different from you. Or because Erudite is the leader of this association and me, I'm just a student. You're different. Discover yourself. You don't know, your calling might be in music, your calling might be in sports. That thing that you love doing or that thing that you tried doing, pick it back up and discover yourself. And I think I'm always a strong, that one thing I always tell people is do you, like, do what you want to do and know yourself. But another thing is, because you don't want to be pressured into doing certain things does not mean you should not be smart about it. Like for me now, I would personally say I didn't want to learn any tech skill. Like I wasn't really interested in it, because I was like, everybody's just saying tech, tech, tech. But later I realized that I might need some of these skills. So I picked the closest that I know that is related to what I want to do, that might help me to improve myself. So still look out there, join seminars. Erudite has said it. Join, and the most important thing, please join associations. I'm telling you, associations have helped a lot of people. I would say SP is there for you. And I think we even have an event coming up soon for Microsoft Excel in data analysis or something. That's something. And and by joining associations does not necessarily mean, oh, I'm a member of this. It also means being actively involved. When they call for someone to do this, be interested. When they call for events, join, attend. You gain one or two things from there. So I think that was all for today. So we'll be having another session next week. This time around, it will be with YPs, that's young professionals in the industry. Today, you heard the student opinion. Students like you and I think a lot of students are the ones on the stream. So next week, you'll be hearing from professionals in the industry some of these questions. So please come prepared with your questions. And that's all for today. See you guys next week.